and I was able to have a wash. And I got water. And I was able to fill up my bottle of water to bring with me here to the office. Today is World Water Day, and we need to think about water. Now, just at the moment here in Sydney, we've had several days of rain, and it is now raining outside rather heavily. You're with Mission Alive. This is Roger from MSC Mission Office. Water is so precious, is so vital. It is people's right to have water. Here in Sydney and most places in Australia and many places around the world, many cities around the world, there is water. Turn the tap on and you get water. So, I have water. Cheers. In some parts of the world, as I've said many times, many women have to walk to get water. Now here is a 2 litre bottle of water. That weighs in at about 2 kilos. And people have to carry this. I saw them in Papua New Guinea. They'd have a bilum they put on their head and they fill it up with these water bottles. 2 litres. If you put 5 in, 10 litres. If you put 10 in, that's 20 litres. 20 kilo. 20 kilo on your head or hanging down your back is a lot of weight, and it's not close. It's kilometres. These people have to walk. So water is very, very precious. And I want to speak more about water and some of the facts about water in the world today. World Water Day. And I want to give you some facts about water so that we can think more clearly about it. This is in parts of Africa. That's the sort of country that is there. It's very, very dry in the dry season, and these are the places that need water, and these are the places that the mission often helps with putting in bore wells and tanks so that people can have water for gardens and for their livestock. I've mentioned several times how women carry the water. These 2 young ladies are carrying rather large containers, more than the small container that I showed you just a moment ago of 2 litres. These are 20 or maybe 40 litres. So 20 kilos or 40 kilos on their head like that, and they walk several kilometres, which is not easy. It takes up all their day, and because they're doing that, they don't go to school. We do a lot of tanks. In this particular place in the Solomon Islands, at Booma on Malaita, they built a concrete base, put 6 tanks and a roof with pipes to feed all the water into the tank, and then taps to come out so as people could get the water, like that lady there. So we do a lot of tanks and these sorts of things to give people water, which is very precious. Now some facts about water. You can get many, many facts about water from the internet, where I got these from, but it's interesting. Globally, 785 million people lack access to clean drinking water. This is more than 1 of every 10 people on the planet. A lack of clean water kills children at a rate equivalent to a jet crashing every 4 hours. It's an extraordinary number. People living in slums in big cities often pay 5 to 10 times more per litre of water than wealthy people, who probably have the water reticulated into their houses, whereas in the slums they don't. And by 2050, 1 in 5 developing countries will face water shortages. And in that, there will be wars fought over water, if not already. These are interesting facts. Some more facts. 97% of the world's water is found in the oceans, which is too salty for drinking, or it is used for growing crops and most industrial uses except cooling. So 95% of the world's water is inaccessible, most of it in the oceans, too salty. 3% of the world's water is fresh, of that 3%, 2.5% of the world's fresh water is unavailable. It's locked up in glaciers, polar ice caps, it's in the atmosphere and the soil, is highly polluted, which is a significant factor, or lies too far beneath Earth's surface to be accessible. And only 0.5%, 0.5% of the Earth's water is available fresh water. That's an amazing fact. And these are the water that is available to us. As I said, when I turn the tap on, I get water. Now we can see this perhaps a little bit more clearly if we put it into a little graph. So the 95%, the 97% is very clear. That 3% is a very small little thing. 2.5% is smaller, and 0.5% you can hardly see it. That is the water, that fresh water that is accessible to us, and that is the water that we try to help people to get access to. And the interesting one in those facts is the polluted water. From the Mission Office, we do many projects to purify water, or to bring fresh water to people where the only water available is polluted. So water is a very precious thing. And just to finish this little segment, 1/3 of what the world spends on bottled water in 1 year could pay for projects providing water to everyone in need. So we spend so much on bottled water. All of that could pay for many, many projects that would give people water that is needed. And in some sense it's a bit silly. We have water in the tap, very good water, and we use bottled water. I don't understand why. And I remember there was a project, they tested bottled water for purity and for pollution and whatever in the water, and they found in most cities around the world the reticulated water, the city water, is cleaner and more drinkable than many bottled waters. I can't understand bottled water when you're in a city where there is reticulated water on tap. And lastly, the unsafe water kills 200 children every hour. Unbelievable. Unsafe water kills so many children every hour. These are some of the facts about water. Finally, we can reflect that in the world today, there are more people on the planet than there ever has been. Therefore, there is more water needed and more water used. We need more food, which takes water to produce. So the pressure on the water that is available, that 0.5%, is far greater than it has ever been, and water therefore is more precious. When we give water to people in whatever way, there is joy and delight. And in some places were reported, people receive it with dancing and singing, which I would love to see. Go well. Our water in the world today is precious. We have a mission to preserve it. Thank you.